Hey everybody, Jake here once again. Of course, what is coming up next is episode 7 of Recall Drive-In, The Pest. Just wanted to let y'all know I did my best to get this recording down. We had to put the mic down in front of us, and the 4 of us surround this mic. We make do with what we have here at Recall Drive-In. I don't have like the craziest, best recording equipment in the world, so I had to make do. I tried to record the best I could, but it's 4 people with 1 mic. And it was a little bit echoey. I used my noise cancellation to see if I could get rid of some of that echoing, but ultimately it's 4 people on 1 mic, so it's a little jarbled at times. You can still make out what we're saying here and there for the most part, but there are times when you're not going to hear a couple things. So I do apologize heading forward, but hey, we make do with what we got here at Recall Driving, like I said, and I still hope you guys enjoy it. So have a good one. All right, we're about 2 weeks late, but shit, welcome back to Recall Drive-In.
And
Actually recording this a little weird today.
in a very special location for what can only be described as a shit show.
We're at Craft Services today at my brother's house.
Did they just call your house a shit show?
There was a shit load of meat here, let me tell you.
We have special guests with us today, Eric and what's his name?
I believe it's our cousin Andrew.
Yes. I don't recognize him, but okay.
So yeah, like I said, I know we're back 2 weeks over, but I of course got sick again, and then Matt got like a COVID scare, and then we had to wait and let that die down. And by the time we did, my brother had some time off, and so did Andrew. So we said, "Fuck it, let's roll this into a
Spectacular."
Yeah, like an early celebration episode." So we're gonna go ahead and roll right into 1997's The Pest.
Greatest movie ever.
Jesus Christ. It's out there for sure. So what's everybody been up to lately?
Same old work, keeping up with shit.
Work, school, kids, soccer.
Keeping up with shit. Andrew?
The baby.
The baby.
The baby.
But we also have a special guest here, Nathan. We're trying not to be too crazy loud. Hopefully he won't wake up.
Just fell asleep. But Jake, he's got kids, Jake.
He's not kids, Jake. Call back to my other podcast. So, of course, y'all know how we start these things. Of course, this is The Pest from 1997. We always read an excerpt from Wikipedia or some other source. So here's a synopsis.
Read it, Jake.
The Pest is a 1997 American black comedy film inspired by the classic 1924 Richard Connell short story, The Most Dangerous Game, which is hard. Who the hell wrote this synopsis and put
Wait, what?
too much stock in it?
Too much credit, though.
Way too much.
What? Like, I could see the whole, like, The Most Dangerous Game part, but other than that, I thought this was just a live-action Bugs Bunny cartoon.
No kidding. Comedian John Leguizamo plays a Puerto Rican con artist in Miami, Florida, named Pistario Vargas, also known as Pest. Yep. Who agrees to be the human target for a German manhunter for a $50,000 reward.
It agrees. More guy, like, scammed into it.
They kind of scammed each other.
Yeah.
The Pest was a box office bomb. The film came in at number 12 in its opening weekend at the box office, with a gross of $1.8 million and from 1,205 theaters. The film grossed a total of $3.6 million against an estimated budget of $8 million. It was then pulled from theaters 6 weeks after its release.
God damn. I'm not sure I saw it. I mean, this is the first movie I think we've.
Right? Not me.
I think this is the first movie we've ever done where it's been pulled from the theaters.
I think probably has. So, we start with things. Matt was 2 when this was released. I was 12. Eric was 22. Andrew was about 7. So, general discussion. Matt, what did you think?
What the fuck was this? It was legit a live action Bugs Bunny cartoon.
It was.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm just sitting here like, fuck it, I'm just watching it. And I'm gonna try to analyze it, try to find the meaning within it. I'm just fucking I don't know, man. I'm just having a good time.
So right at the gate.
Right at the gate starts with an opening number.
Voodoo Mambo.
Mambo, baby.
Now that song is catchy as fuck. It's like good times without being good times.
I thought it was just gonna be that was gonna be it, but then instantly keeps going to crazier and crazier bullshit.
Yeah, for those not to know, it starts off with a musical number, like right off the bat.
In the shower.
The shower. It's called Voodoo Mambo.
Which I'm probably going to start recreating from now on in my life.
Well, it's kind of a, what it is at the time, John Leguizamo was pretty damn big. He was coming off the heels of doing multiple Broadway shows. He was already doing that sort of thing before. Like he was like an international name. So he was doing shows. I want to say one of his first was called Mambo Mouth. And he was doing like multiple characters that were kind of like that. So he was already known for doing that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm sure that, and of course he wrote this. It says screenplay by someone else, but story, if you look it up, it says John Leguizamo. So it's very much like a showcase of what he could do, like from his comedy side, and
I mean, yeah,
doing his characters and stuff.
I think there's only been like throughout the entire movie, there's only maybe 5 to 3 minutes where he wasn't on screen.
Pretty much, he's on there. He's on screen pretty much the entire time.
On screen, between different voices, different ethnicities. I mean, he's all over it.
Well, I mean, he's playing like probably one of the biggest scam artists in Miami. Just going around day by day, making the money, getting the honeys.
Him with his girlfriend Xantha.
There's some weird girl names. Xantha and her best friend Malaria.
Malaria.
Good shit. And this movie is very off the walls. Like Matt kind of said before, it's even in my notes before he even said it.
The entire movie, he was just, the second he turned on the movie, he was on his phone writing notes.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
And what I find hilarious is this is the most notes I have ever done for an episode of this, which makes no damn sense.
Especially for this movie.
Especially for this movie. I guess because now I know it's the four of us that we're going to be talking about today and stuff, so I wanted to get a little bit more notes. But as I was getting those notes, I was like, oh, rabbit hole, so kind of falling into things. Like, for example, Jeff Miller of the Houston Chronicle wrote that, quote, this film is utterly without discipline or focus in a way that, to one's shame, one eventually finds oddly endearing, end quote.
It is. It's all over the place, everywhere. But, I mean, it's a fun story. It's almost broken up into, like, 3 different parts, It's like, the introduction, and then,
running for his life.
Hunt, and then he's back in the city running. So it's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty simple to follow along with. Of course, we're not talking Citizen Kane here. It's fucking the best. It is the most slapsticky thing, probably.
It's a Tom and Jerry cartoon.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a live action Tom and Jerry, like Looney Tunes. And like, I really feel like the movie really does try to showcase his early acts, like I was saying before, from the late 80s and the early 90s, of his multiple caricatures. Because he's always making fun of like his family, his race, things like that.
Uh-huh. Honestly, is there anybody he doesn't make fun of?
No,
he makes fun of everybody. He gets everybody in there. Yeah,
that's the thing. He makes fun of everybody. Crazy. It's just crazy out there slapstick, with absolutely no remorse or concern for the fucking audience.
No, he's just like, I want to do this. Let's do this. I want to do that. Let's do that. Let's do this.
And it even has cartoon effects.
Exactly.
They run and it's got that.
Yeah, it has all like the sound effects. Like
he gets hit with an RPG, and all they do is knock his shoes off.
Yeah, and the movie itself, full on. Yeah, it can be just absolute fun. Just sit down, just watch the damn movie.
Sit down, shut up.
Out there, yeah. But like I was saying, like we were saying, how Eric was saying how there's like scenes, how it's got year 1, year 2, year 3, and it's good put together. It really feels like a lot of this movie could have been comedy sketches that were for something like an SNL thing, but they were kind of shoehorned into a movie.
Sure,
like
I can see that. Like say it.
Like him, eventually he gets to he eventually leaves his house after his musical number.
Mm-hmm.
His Voodoo Mambo, which we're going to be humming for the entire month. It's such a catchy name. He goes to work and he works at Was it Fat Wong Fu?
No, first he goes to scamming people on
the beach. Where the villain Gustav, because of course if it's a villain, it's got to be German.
Yes.
They look at a guy who's there in front of the table where he's scamming people.
They pretended to be a blind,
like doing like shell games.
Doing the shell games.
But it's this really in-shape dude who Gustav sees. He hands the binoculars over to his partner, Leo, I think.
What?
And he looks through, but he sees Pest. So that's where like there's a mix-up. That's where like the whole movie starts. It's that. But he gets to his job, Fat Wong Fu. He's a Chinese delivery driver. He gets in there and they slap a bullwig on him. And, he goes right into a character.
Yep.
And then it just starts making fun of all that, the broken accent, broken English, all that shit.
And that's where we also find out that he's wanted by the Irish mob.
Yeah, Scottish mob.
No, Scottish mob.
Yes.
They keep switching.
Because if it was the Italian mob, you would take them seriously.
Yeah. and he owes them $50,000. And they instantly call him up like, "Where is my money?" in the middle of bagpipe tryouts.
Oh, that was great.
Oh, I mean,
Eric, what do you think? I know what you think, but put some input.
oh man, it's hilarious. And Gustav, we're not even enough credit. Gustav is played. I don't remember his name. He's the principal from Ferris Bueller, and I mean the guy was in everything around that time.
Yeah.
And I guess besides John Leguizamo, he's the biggest name in the movie.
Jeffrey Jones.
Jeffrey Jones.
Yeah.
Now nobody wants to talk to him after that, but
Yeah, we don't really talk about him much these days. Yeah, he was in Beetlejuice. He was the dad in Beetlejuice. He was the dad in Beetlejuice. He was the principal in Ferris Bueller, like Eric said. And then, of course, this one. But he was a pretty great character actor, throughout the 80s and early 90s.
He was a great asshole.
Yeah, he played a great kind of like a straight man, kind of a prick, kind of, here and there.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So then that's when they ordered the Chinese takeout stuff, and then that's when they find him in their what was it, like the manor, trying to steal shit. But he's like, "What the fuck? That's not the guy I wanted."
Yeah.
Like, but he's a thief.
He's like, "Why would I want a? What is it?" He's like, "Why would I want the blind Latin?"
Latin.
It's like, well, you see, he's a con artist and he runs films.
He's very good.
And he's like, oh. And the more he talks to him, instead of being like, I want him because he's a great physical specimen, I want to kill this guy because he's fucking annoying me.
Yeah, he's just fucking aggravating as shit. And that's kind of why the movie's called The Pest.
Yeah.
Andrew, a little input.
Yeah, I mean, I love the movie too. I was gonna say with the whole Fat Wong Fu, I feel like that's a throwback to his To Wong Fu.
That's good.
For sure. Yeah, because John Leguizamo, I always knew him from, of course, Super Mario Brothers. He played Luigi, which I feel he fucking.
I recognize the face. I couldn't recognize where the fuck else I seen him.
Guys, this is why we started this podcast.
I can't. Eat a dick.
And that's the other thing. We need to watch. Have you seen Super Mario Brothers?
Bits and pieces of it.
Bits and pieces? Okay, we'll watch the 3-hour cut because I have a 3-hour cut of it.
The fuck?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's an even better movie. There's a lot of extra shit in there that they cut out that you're like, when you watch it, you're like, what the fuck? Why'd you cut this? It's actually a way better movie with all this. It's actually a lot better.
A 3-hour video.
3-hour cut of Super Mario Brothers. The original one with Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo. It's fantastic. I like it. I even have a 3-hour cut of Waterworld.
What? Where do you find all this shit, man?
Hey, man, fan it. It's the best. I think I am. Yeah, I love Waterworld. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. But yeah, me, like with this, I was, like I said, with John Leguizamo, I always knew him from Super Mario Brothers. Of course, I knew him from Pest because Eric used to rent movies left and right because he used to work at a theater.
Yeah.
So he
work at a theater. No, I mean I know the story of what he did at a theater one time.
Well, in the Line of Fire movie,
we may have to. So of course y'all don't know. My brother used to work at. You tell the story here.
Oh my god, I used to work at a movie theater. It was a small art house theater, and Clint Eastwood's In the Line of Fire was there. You got to put those movies together. They were on 35mm film. There were 6 reels to a big film. Well, they're numbered, but if you put them in backwards, the movie don't make no damn sense. So we found that out. The movie goes on. His partner dies. The reel changes, and all of a sudden his partner walks up and knocks on the door and opens the door, and he's like, "I got it. I know what they're doing." It's like, I brought him back to life. My boss didn't think it was funny.
Oh my god!
Neither did some of the people that kept coming out of the theater that day because they're like,
"The fuck?
I think there's something wrong with your movie. It just came out today. Get out of here. You don't know." Yeah, they were right.
You know shit about shit. Oh shit!
Every time I see a new version of In the Line of Fire come out on DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, I'm like, do they have my cut?
Do they have the locals?
Now, didn't you tell me that your boss actually made you sit there and watch it?
Yes. So it was like opening day. She made me close down to 7:00, which was the big show. Her and I went in, sat down to watch it. So I walk in. She's already sitting down. I walk in with a bag of popcorn and soda, and she looks at me like she's gonna kill me. So then, yeah, we found out that it was messed up, and I had to go fix it.
You stupid son of a.
It was fine.
So that's a little peek into me and Eric's childhood. Me and Eric are 10 years apart, so I always saw a lot of movies I wasn't supposed to growing up. I grew up on Kevin Smith, Clerks, Fat Beach, The Pest, all that shit. I remember him taking me out of school early, and I saw South Park, Bigger Uncut, all that shit.
Oh, that's a great movie.
We were always doing shit like that. So I knew John Leguizamo from those movies. And also Spawn, because he was Clown in Spawn. He is fucking amazing as Clown in Spawn. Damn, man actually ate maggots for real in that movie. Yes, he did.
That's a great.
But John Leguizamo these days, people know him for his outward Latin activism.
Mhm.
Like he's super out there about all that stuff, and he still does his one man comedy shows, but they're super geared toward like educating people about his
Latin history.
like Latin history for dummies or something like that. I think
Like morons.
for morons. There you go. That one's really good, and of course, it's still his brand of humor weaved into it. Of course, it's grown over the years, but it's still very much there. Like the Pest is still there. You can see it.
He won't refuse to die.
Exactly. So, so we're ranting. Like I said, there's 4 of us, so we're going to be doing that. Yeah. So we go from that. They're into
They're in his mansion.
They're in Gustav's mansion. They order the food. He says $52 for the Chinese, $100 delivery fee because we usually don't deliver to this side of town.
And then they trick him in. And this part I did miss at first because somebody was changing the baby. Anyway, whatever.
I don't know whether he is at the time. Forgive me.
Anyway, that they trick him into saying, "Oh, we'll give you a $50,000 scholarship if you take part in this survey or whatever." Which instantly, that's the money I need to pay off the Irish mob.
Did this pick up that snap?
Wait, what?
I don't know. You snapped your finger so loud. I think the noise cancellation cut it out.
I was about to say it could pick up a fucking snap, but it can't do pick me up doing Dudley Moore.
Dude, I don't think I. Guess what?
Fuck you.
They cut it out again. Matt just tried to do the Dudley Moore laugh again, and my noise cancellations shut him the hell up.
Anyway, so we take a helicopter ride to his private island. Oh, wait, actually, he does the test first to see what kind of physical specimen he is.
Where they put him on that rotating table, and he's like, "Oh wait, I think I'm feeling a little." Then he shows the glass window. I grab at the controls, and just fucking splitter. He just hits the window. So,
And then they try to make him do like the splits,
oh yeah,
and then it just.
and that's where the movie turns into like live action Looney Tunes shit.
Yeah.
Because
And it's like instantly like okay, sign this contract, and then we'll go to a private island to get your
the ritual hunt.
and then him just like in there trying to get him to sign the goddamn contract. He's just like, I'm gonna kill him right now. I'm gonna kill him right now.
oh, no, he's like, "Look, what is he?" He's like, "I went to community college, and I was like 2 credits away from finishing a law."
Oh, yeah.
subject."
What does this part mean?
He's like, "What's this about? Forgoing my legal rights? This is whatnot?"
It's like
Some guy still just told me to put it in. Just sign it.
just sign it.
There's a lot of quick one-liners and shit like that in this, of course. Like really snappy. I'm talking like, I guess old school Marx Brother kind of quickness.
Yeah, it's for sure. I mean, it's back to back him talking, but you can hear it, you understand it. And
You gotta pay attention.
Yeah.
You can get distracted. You'll miss it.
Yeah, there's a lot of this time that I was watching that he just talks so goddamn fast. That I was catching some this time, and I was like, "Oh, hey, I remember that." Yeah, I know. New shit. It's always good to see old movies like that you catch them the second time.
You're welcome.
10th time, 15th time around, whatever, man. Around, and you catch some new stuff.
So then we make it to the island, and he's walking around the manor, and then he meets Snake Boy.
Yo, Himmel. So, of course, this movie is a full-on snapshot of the 90s. It was a different time. We get a lot of racy jokes, which stereotype shit. So Himmel is basically a super caricature gay character.
Gay German character.
Gay German character, yeah, who's like, "Oh, my father locked me in a room with a snake for 6 weeks or something." And that's why he's gay. Like, it's, it's
And he wouldn't let me out unless I killed the snake.
yeah, exactly. So we have all that kind of shit. And like that plays in because Pest is using that to kind of manipulate him to get him to help him get the hell out of certain situations. But we get from that scene to where they drop him off outside and they're getting ready to actually go on the hunt. And
Oh no, we also see that he not only does he hunt people, he's also after every single minority and race
Yeah.
ever, and the last that he needs is a Latino.
Basically the last one gets
So, so did you notice?
it was Landis Spicticus.
Did you notice the heads on the wall?
What about
Some of the heads on the wall were people that were in the movie.
Yeah.
So his trophies, like the dad of the girlfriend, Xantha, he's one of the heads on the wall already. So I don't know if he was just, throw it in there.
Quick, we need someone to just fill in for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, because one of them was Joe Morton, which is the guy who played Miles Bennett Dyson from Terminator 2. He's in this movie. I guess he was bored or he needed to do a movie to keep his SAG insurance. But
Right.
I need to pay these bills.
yeah,
Like Wesley Snipes.
yeah, he's in there. He plays Xantha's father, and like Eric said, he was one of the heads that was on the mantle. So yeah, he's clearly hunting people for sport,
Yeah, he's like a low rank Craven the Hunter.
pretty much. So
And
they're-
German.
in German. So they're outside of the manor, getting ready to take off. Toasting champagne and whatnot, and they start showing off all the guns and everything they're going to be using for this, for the hunt and everything. And then of course Pest is like, "Oh, what the hell? You guys get guns? This is unfair.
I don't care.
You know what? I'm not going to play anymore."
And then they like what he gets like a little, almost like the grasshopper from Men in Black, like the cricket,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they give him like a
like that size.
piece of rope and
It looked like a Swiss Army knife.
It was a Swiss Army knife, what looked like a revolver of a Derringer, and like a piece of rope. That was
Yeah.
it.
That's all he gets.
The other guy has like assault rifles, multiple Lugers, rocket launcher.
And President says, "How come they get all the cool banana public stuff?"
And I get this dress. I'm not gonna go out there unless I get some flags, some boots, turtleneck. And then from there, just fire.
Yeah, he just starts shooting at him, and then the hunt is on. So after that, we start getting into more Looney Tunes-esque stuff, because right off the gate,
He's running for his life.
Pest is running for his life. He runs into a snake, and then it turns into like this
Bugs Bunny.
This Bugs Bunny of him fighting the snake. Of course, he's
Using-
the one moving it.
Using the snake as a base guitar.
Yeah, jump rope. But then somehow, Pest starts setting some traps. The hunter becomes the hunter.
Yeah, like okay, I love little nods and subtle things like that, because he goes from, like we said, he has the Derringer, a piece of rope, and a Swiss Army knife. He gets out there. The Gustav and him will run into a trap, and it literally springs. A gigantic log flies out from the canopy of the trees.
Like the kind of things the Ewoks used against the Star
Pretty
Troopers.
much.
Yeah.
It hits Himmel, sends him flying into a river, which triggers a net that raises him up into the air. And it's
I
like,
thought it was gonna be like crocodiles or some shit.
yeah, but it's like, how the hell did he do this?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
It's good shit. So it's very slapsticky. And that shows up over and over. And it's just, like I said before, it was done in such a way that it is most definitely skits. I feel like that were shoehorned into this. And at times, they almost feel Three Stooge like.
Yeah. Like if he had his buddies on the island with him, then it would definitely have been Three Stooges.
Oh, for sure.
But then they actually
ninja.
Oh, yeah. His two friends, Chubbs and Ninja. Chubbs is played by Aries Spears.
Yeah.
Poor Ninja. I don't remember what the hell it is.
Oh, I saw his name too in the credits. I tried to remember it, but I forgot.
Freddie Rodriguez.
That's the one.
So yeah, then he actually gets he tricks them into thinking that he's dead because he got hit by an RPG. And they're like, my God.
He was taking a shit.
Yeah,
He was taking the most aggressive shit
to ever be shown on the silver
we were
screen.
taken to film. Only second to Dumb and Dumber.
Oh God.
Well, I'm just saying, okay, with that second, maybe third to Austin Powers.
Well, hell, and Austin Powers actually does drink shit.
What?
Remember?
Wait,
Y'all don't remember that? There's a scene in Austin Powers where there's a coffee
oh,
boiling on a
yes,
Bunsen burner,
yeah.
and the other one has a stool sample from Fat Bastard.
Oh,
He grabs the stool sample, and takes a sip of it, because it's in it like, he takes a sip, and then Basil looks at him and he goes, "Oh, what is it?" Oh, he's like, "This coffee tastes like shit." And then Basil's like, "It is shit, Austin." That's takes another sip, and he's like, "It's a bit nutty." Yeah. How do y'all not remember that?
I don't know.
That was in Goldmember, I think. With Fat Bastard.
No, Fat Bastard was retired in Goldmember.
That's right. It was the second one. It was the Spider Shed. Classic.
So where were we in the story? Okay. Then
We were talking about shits, man.
Oh,
He's taking a shit. Then he actually sneaks away and finds it back at the house. But while they're watching Hogan's Heroes.
Anyway, so he gets blown up by the RPG. And it makes a run for it.
And he finds Himmel back in the house.
well, Himmel thinks he killed him.
Yeah.
But what's the main guy? The bad guy?
Gustav.
Gustav.
He's like, smells the sock.
Which he used as toilet paper.
Yeah.
He says
He's like, he's alive.
So him and I forgot the son's name already. What's that?
Yeah.
I just said it too. Himmel.
I'm gonna let y'all talk a minute. I'm gonna let you three do it for a minute because my voice is kind of shoddy right now.
So him and Himmel try to make a run for it on the speedboat.
Also watching Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah.
That's his favorite show.
That's right.
Why wouldn't it be?
And then Pest comes.
Well, they try to go. Yeah, he's trying to convince him like, come on, take me back to Miami, and I'll give you that sneaky. We'll play sneaky anytime you want.
Well, he didn't even want to let him in until he started showing his butt.
That's
Yeah,
right.
short his ass.
That's funny as shit, too, mate.
He's like, no, please,
He
no.
turns around and he starts pumping his ass on the glass. It just looks so fucking funny.
He's pressing ham.
Like what I should have done to my college professors.
Yeah.
The shape of this ass.
Like the spiral cut goodness.
They
It's just Himmel to get a bump to take him back to mainland.
But he warns him like, oh, I get seasick. It's like, it's fine. They cut to the boat. They're both throwing up,
They're puking something fierce.
which is a plot point apparently.
They're throwing up. He throws up, makes the other one throw up, and then seagulls
are all
and then like
So he's like,
seagulls are coming out of nowhere. He's like, yeah, because they want to eat your throat.
and then he's throwing up more. And then he's like, Himmel, like, be careful with them birds.
Why? Looks up.
Yeah,
right in the
shit,
eye.
right in his eye.
Yeah, right.
He's like, I better go now. And he just jumps off.
And then they
Pest
pull,
just jumps off the boat and just starts swimming.
and then he pulls a me.
back to Miami.
He pulled a Matt in GTA.
Yeah, so background for that, back when we were all playing GTA Online,
Yeah.
they decided to put me into the crew by testing me, by making me swim out to middle of nowhere water.
We took you on a boat.
We threw,
Yeah.
he threw his ass on a helicopter and we flew out as far as he could to the map. And we made Matt jump out. We then made him swim back to shore.
Yeah, they're trying to shoot me, but then I got away from them for a while, and they're like, what the hell? He actually made it back?
Yep.
Which kind of was a backfire.
Little did we know it backfired because he built up his stamina all
I maxed out my stamina in one sitting.
in one sitting.
So then he finally gets back to the mainland with Chubbs and Ninja, who are just at a party randomly.
Oh yeah, Lizzie. He's like, who would you rather have sex with? He was talking about Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ginger Mary.
Ginger and Marianne. And then he just shows up on the side of the matter. What is it?
Ginger.
Ginger. No,
Ginger, not much. And then he's trying to explain what the hell's just been happening to him for the past day.
Yeah, because he's been gone the entire day. He
Yeah.
delivered the Chinese food, and then that was it. He never got one back.
But they kept telling him that Gustav kept saying, if you make it to 24 hours, then you get the $50,000.
Yeah.
And if you don't, your head's on the wall.
That's really the whole thing of this. And I get how this person on Wikipedia put is based on the most dangerous game.
I mean,
That is a bit much credit. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Yes, the general storyline is there, but I wouldn't go as far as to say,
Didn't he say it's like a black comedy or whatever?
yeah, this is a black comedy. I'm like, how is this a black comedy? It's super slapsticky.
It's not. It's Looney Tunes.
That's very loony.
I mean, maybe it's just black comedy because they're gonna hunt him. But I mean, it's hilarious.
But yeah, but it's not. It's not serious.
They
Like,
don't like this. They don't show like someone else with him who gets shot to shit.
yeah, there's no gore. There's
No big love.
No,
There's only shit and puke.
yeah, good stuff.
I guess that's what makes it black.
The markings of the true Hollywood movie. Yeah, I don't know why they say it's a black dark comedy. Like that's just weird. I don't know. To me, if it was, it would actually. I don't know. A black comedy to me would be.
Well, I mean, I guess he got shot at first when he was on the island, when he was like refusing to leave, and then stuff. Yeah, I guess that's. I'm just trying to.
He's kind of like, oh,
Says that like the whole fucking movie. Ow.
So then, okay, so they're
Make it-
there. The helicopter shows up with Gustav, and they realize, they're gonna hunt him down. So they go on the run. They gotta run.
Him and the boys.
Him and the boys run to a synagogue.
They try to.
They make they all make fun, but
They're just trying to blend
they're
in
blending in as Jews and
as rabbis,
as rabbis.
but they're in the middle of a brisk, I think.
But first, don't they end up at his girlfriend's house? As
Because they're tracking him with his underwear at first.
Is that before?
No, that's okay.
Is it after?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're tracking him with his underwear. They're like, the Germans are like, oh, he's at the synagogue, and they start laughing crazy. But then he's like, oh shit, I gotta make one stop, guys, because he's kind of been ducking me and his girlfriend's parents.
Yeah.
And then he finally shows up.
He's
and,
like, yeah, well, we gotta tell her you've been hunted. Then he's like, nah, man, they wouldn't get that. And then Ari Spears, his character, Chubbs, he was like, they're black. They'll understand.
so he shows up in a sheet.
Oh my god, the outfit that he shows up in is absolutely nuts.
Yep.
Shows up in a humongous afro,
Sunglasses.
sunglasses, and the dashiki. It's just fucking nuts.
And under the big afro was the reggae hat.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what the hat is. It looks as if it would be something that's akin to a yarmulke.
Yeah.
It's something, it's a headpiece.
Yeah, the hippies that are playing hacky sack at the universities all the time.
Oh, they'll live.
Yeah.
From your experience from university?
Yeah.
Foods.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, and you don't even there was one hippie there who was just like I don't even think he was a student, but he was just on campus, just blowing bubbles every Monday, blowing bubbles. And he was just trying to spread that positivity. I'm just like, the fuck? I have to go up 45-degree slopes. Don't fit me with fucking bubbles. Hit me with a water bottle, asshole.
I mean, I can throw one at you right now if you like.
Fuck you, I got my own over there. Yes, Jeff.
So we go from that, and he's at her parents.
But the tracker in his underwear starts overheating. And
This movie's hilarious because it's very clear that they were writing this, and they're like, "Oh, we need to put something in here to connect point A to B."
Yeah.
Like the whole underwear bit, like it seems like very shoehorned in there. It's like, shit, we need to figure out how they can track him. Fuck it, track her in his underwear, and it's fine. It works for the movie.
it works. I mean, they gave him his clothes.
Yeah, but it's hilarious.
And the little icon they have of him on the computer.
Yeah.
Just him, like doing the running, like
It looks like a little caricature, like a Mario with John Leguizamo's face on it. Like written on the screen.
I was like, yeah, I guess that's a little reference to him being Luigi.
Well, it depends on the movie because this was
Before or after?
1997.
I mean, I kind of felt like it was almost PS1 graphics.
Yeah, this is 4 years after Mario, so I'm sure it's like a little nod,
Yeah. And then like, oh my god, it's overheating. And the dad's already like, this motherfucker's weird. This motherfucker's on drugs. This motherfucker has syphilis. He's trying to get the fire out of his pants because the underwear are lighting.
He's dragging his ass on the floor as if he's a dog with worms.
Yes.
He ultimately strips naked and runs to the bathroom and quenches his balls in the refreshing toilet water.
But the entire time it's lighting up. The little icon of him is like on the computer, just like
His little icon is scratching his butt. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's like, wait,
The fact somebody had to sit there and animate those little.
yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention that when they get to the mainland, the Germans are driving around in a purple Volkswagen.
Bug.
Oh man, that Beetle is decked out. It has like all these crazy graphics and it's the dazzling shit.
Yeah, swirled sticker, rainbow stickers,
Yeah.
kind of.
And then they track him down to get to the house. And Gustav gets out the car and he's like, "Man, these Volkswagens are smaller than they used to be."
Because that thing was doing some whips, taking like turns like the Batmobile.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the son tells him, "I thought you'd like it. It's German." And Gustav tells him, "Have you never heard of BMW, idiot?"
So then, like, his boy Chubbs and Ninja are just sitting in the front. They're supposed to be keeping guard, but they're like, "Hey man, if an alien came in and abducted you right now, a lady alien with all the female parts of a human, would you fuck with it?"
Hey man, these are the important questions.
Yeah, but
I don't know how many conversations I had with my friend Rick in high school about this.
These have all been answered with Mass Effect.
No shit, right? That's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, there's Mass Effect. Not only can you make love with her, but she's making love with your mind.
It's on another level. That's kind of beautiful. So, Gustav gets into the house.
He has this big ass trank gun with like
Oh my god,
7 barrels.
that was the weirdest looking damn gun. It's this huge Trent gun. It's like a half moon, and in that shape is all the barrels of the gun. It just looks fucking weird.
It's like, can't you just get a revolver?
no shit. It's like, why are you gonna make things difficult?
It's like you instead of making the revolver for the bullets, you're making a revolver for the barrel. And so he literally has to, like, when he's doing like the army crawl in these guys' house, and yet they can't see him.
Oh yeah.
And he's like,
The dad comes down the stairs because Gustav actually shot his girlfriend.
his mom and his
Girlfriend's mom and the girlfriend.
and a huge ass trank in their ass.
Yeah, she walked straight dart in their asses. They were socked on the ground. And the dad actually comes downstairs, and Gustav was like, my family. But it's like, dude, he's fucking right there.
They're standing right behind you. You passed him.
Yeah, it's just a movie, but still, it's pretty funny.
And then Pest pulls out the little itty bitty revolver that he got from the guy. He's like, oh, are you gonna kill me now too? And he's just trying to shoot Gustav, misses it,
Yep, misses from fucking 5 feet away.
but he shoots everything else in the house.
Yeah.
And that's like, man, you're a terrible shot for a thief, right? Turns around,
Yeah, he turns around to like agree with Gustav.
Yeah.
It's right there. Knocks him out too, and then the chase is back on.
Yep.
Ninja is flying out of fucking nowhere.
and he's like,
That's
I go help him.
turns out they call him Ninja for a reason.
But he got a balaclava out of nowhere
Dude
too.
fucking front flips with the balaclava off the second floor balcony. Gets shot midair though, and just gets knocked out. Pest makes his way out, and then him and Chubbs just leave his ass there. Ninja there. And they're off. They're trying to, just trying to get away from Gustav.
Trying to find someplace to hide.
Yeah.
But because now the tracking underwear is gone, Gustav he doesn't he also shoot he shoots his son too with the trank.
Yeah.
It's like, I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
And they have to drag his ass out and put his knocked out son in the back seat of the
Yeah.
Beetle.
Then you see him in the next thing. He's just knocked out in the back. His head's
It's like, now how can we do it? So Gustav calls the Irish mob to be like,
Scottish man.
God damn it! God damn it!
They'll kill us if we have people listening in French.
Get out the way!
Hey,
Just think of Sean Connery.
I'm not the damn thing.
and
Yeah,
thanks for a minute. I need to get a water.
Intermission time.
3, 2, 1.
And we're back.
Yeah, we have to take a little intermission there. My throat is going. This is the most I've talked in a little bit. And the weather fucking blows over here, so.
We need a beer refill.
I got me a little freaky drink too.
Matt rubbing that Ruby Redbird in my face.
I didn't know.
Son of a bitch, because I can't have goddamn grapefruit because I'm on antidepressants.
And grapefruits bring you joy in this world, and you cannot have them.
No, I can't have it. That's cool. I can still have nachos. That's fine.
Oh, you should see this man and his love on nachos. He pulled out some cheese,
Hell yeah.
and he's been chugging it down the entire day.
Cheese on everything.
Just eating it gradually throughout the day. All right, so we left with Andrew getting us in trouble with every person that we may have listening in Ireland and Scotland. So we go from.
No, it was Andrew. That's son of a bitch. It was him. It was him.
Oh, did I say Andrew?
Yes, it was him. That was him.
Yes, I mean, he's not big dude. So
Yeah.
So we go from Zach, and they go driving around, and they end up finding that synagogue, right?
Yeah, they're in the synagogue trying to hide.
Yeah, I guess so, because there's no ninja in this one, right?
Yeah, that's right. There's no ninja in that scene, so
So they're trying to blend in, and then all of a sudden they're in the middle of a brisk. Is that what it is? The brisk or like
The
the
liberty?
what?
I don't know if it's a brisk. I don't know what they call that.
I think it's a bomb.
They may have been chopping foreskin for him.
I don't know. I
think it's a bomb.
But they're in the middle of a service in the temple, and they're both dressed as rabbis, and they're trying to sneak in backwards. And they're like, everyone's looking at them like, you God.
And then ensues, their typical
trying to
Making fun of Jewish comedy kind of thing. Very Meg Brooks.
make it fun of Jewish.
There.
Yeah.
The big hat, the curly shoe, sideburns.
Yeah.
Talking about the pain in his chatskas.
And then, of course, they get rushed out of there. And we go from there to...
But sitting in the crowd is one of the mob.
Oh, man, that dude looked like... What'd you say he looked like?
He looked like Princess Amidala, her disguise.
Yeah.
Like those big-ass hair, but instead of on the top of his head, they were on his beard.
Yeah.
And big red, too.
Yeah, that beard was fucking red.
yeah, he was on fire.
Yeah.
And you're just like, boss, I know where they are.
Yeah, so he gives a call into the Scottish Mafia. Tells them where they are. They flee from there. I want to say they make their way to that nightclub.
Yeah, right outside the nightclub.
That's my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, the best part, they go to the Paris nightclub and they're trying to get in. That's Chubbs and the Pest, and they're in a Jeep. And they pull up to these group of
Rockers.
Caucasian rocking gentlemen.
Straight out of the movies.
Straight
Out
out.
of the 80s. In fact, they're in
Straight out of
an
hair
IROC
metal.
Z Camaro.
Yeah, they're in an old IROC Z Camaro. They even got their blazers on with sleeves rolled up.
Oh, yeah.
Crockett and Tubbs style.
That's right.
Jesus Christ. And they're just like, yeah, our parties are not mad. They're angry.
Oh, it's so stupid. That was just a Matt level joke, wasn't it?
What did I do to you? Did I piss in your cereal today?
Yes, you're drinking Ruby Redbird in front of me.
Hey, Jake, go fuck a toaster.
No.
Really, Matt? Just spit beer everywhere, dude. All over my laptop. Oh, God damn it. Now I probably have COVID.
That shit doesn't even
It's a bacteria.
I'm having to actually wipe off my glasses. Can't take this boy. Swear.
trying to think of something would be cool, man.
God damn it.
None of this crying is going to register on this.
I don't know, man. These spikes are pretty high. Jesus, and we're back fucking intermission 2. Now that I had to fucking wipe your spit off my laptop in my fucking face.
I was trying to take a sip of beer, trying to be cool,
And it backfired.
and it backfired.
This time you could try and be cool, man.
We told you about trying to be cool.
God damn it.
Yeah, damn.
Jesus Christ.
So, anyway, they were at this fucking nightclub. Y'all take it away.
Jesus.
So they're trying to get in. They're asking these guys right next to them. how
80s
to
hair
get
metal
in,
motherfuckers.
right? Which these rockers then start to kind of make fun of them, and then it just comes into a
Battle.
of their fucking speakers between
Yeah.
the two cars.
And
So you got Pest and Chubbs playing their music, right? So
yeah, and then the rockers tried putting on, what was it?
heavy in the bass.
I love rock and roll.
And they're just looking at like, what the fuck? So then they decide to hit the Transformers button.
Yeah.
And turn it into their Jeep into a giant boombox.
Yeah, it's really cool to see that because, like, if you pay attention to that and like, the music at the time period, it's a really cool parody of the Miami bass.
Yeah, I could totally see that being a 2 Live Crew video or I don't know. I mean, anybody else from Miami.
What's your problem, man?
I don't know.
I'll stop the damn podcast right now because you apparently can't hold your beer.
I'm looking over there this time. There. Over there.
Lord.
No finger deep.
So anyway, ridiculous dance battle ensues.
Not even dead, but they knocked their ass out with straight music.
Just
They destroy the other guy's car with just pure bass power. Which I swear to God, I almost thought it was gonna happen to Eric's house while we were watching this because this movie somehow is in surround sound.
the 5.1 kicked in. The beats was bumping, and
Yeah,
my
was
entertainment was shaking. My entertainment center was shaking.
that was actually pretty cool.
Even your dogs were looking at it like, what the fuck is going on?
Which at that point I turned to Eric and like, we said, I was like, why the fuck is this movie? It's surround sound. Took the time to do this.
So, just goddamn. So then they find, because the guy got knocked out, so they take his pass to get in, they take their passes to get into the club.
Where they try to hide, but of course
The second they walk in,
the mob is there.
they're like, okay, let's go out the other way. The mob's right there too. Shit. So let's go hide in the karaoke room Well, we gotta call Ninja for backup. They call him up, and he's still just barely waking up from the trank dart.
Yeah. I love that they knew because of course they left him there. They knew to call his girlfriend's house, to which Ninja answered.
Hello? Takes out the balaclava, just like, hello?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, man. Oh, that's cool, yeah. I'll be there in a minute.
Everything cool? He's like, how's Xantha? He's like, she's got a big poison. He's like, she's got a triglyceride dart in her butt. He was like, suck out all the poison.
And even Ninja's like, okay.
Yeah, so they do that. You know, we got to do some plot hole covering it so that we can get the trio back together.
Mm-hmm. And then he's trying to hide out. But then Germans are there. He's in the dressing room trying to find Pest. And he beats the shit out of the security guard. And like, goddamn.
Who did?
The German, when he was trying to look for Pest, remember?
Damn, I don't even remember.
Yeah, remember he was like, look, have you seen? He's talking to the girls because he's in the
in the dressing room.
Yeah,
yes,
the dressing
yes.
room.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he plays his ass out.
Yeah.
And he's like, pardon.
Yeah, he's like being super nice and everything to the people that are backstage, the girls backstage.
And then Pest passes by some Japanese man while he's trying to lay low.
Yeah, he sees him He sees him duck into like a bathroom or something.
Yeah, and then you see his face like, I got an idea.
That could be that fucking character again.
And follows his ass into the bathroom. Comes out the bathroom in the dude's suit.
Yeah,
Puts on his glasses.
yeah,
Does the bow.
yeah. Would you get another super raising Asian caricature?
Yeah.
And of course, he's singing karaoke. And he picks Bonanza. You know,
What
let
do you-
people know. TV show Bonanza. Let people know.
Yeah.
There's lyrics to Bonanza.
Yeah, that's how you get paid money.
Yeah. And so he's trying to get Ninja's attention, like, here. And he's like, oh, you sir, you want to join you want to be next up to sing the song? Fuck.
Yeah. So, of course, he's up there singing karaoke, and in comes Gustav and Leo and the son, and they're sitting there. And first, the son, of course, doesn't even realize it's him, the Pest. And
So he's singing, and they think they finally got him. Where Pest pulls out a little vial of
Animal pheromones.
yeah,
That he got in the mansion, we forgot.
Right. I have to mention that back when they were on that island or whatever, he had gotten some pheromones from Himmel.
No, that's right. He's like, you only work on males.
So he threw it on Gustav, and everybody
In the
oh, man.
in the Miami nightclub
become attracted to Gustav.
and
Just
they,
pounce him.
so then they're on their way out.
So that's how Pest gets out.
But then as soon as they get out and back into their own Jeep, the mob is there. And they're just like, come with us. They put the gun in their face, like, oh, okay. Throw their ass into the limo. And they're like, hey, buddy. What's going on? Led's like, where's my fucking money?
Yeah. So he tells him, you can keep this collateral. My best friend that is, and I thought this was the coolest thing ever. So he picks Ninja. So him and Chubbs run off, and they keep Ninja. And it comes back later on, of course, that when as soon as they get out of the Jeep or the limo,
Yeah.
Chubbs is like, I thought I was your best friend.
Look at his face. He's so super sad.
He's like so sad.
It looks like he just like slapped the shit out of him right there.
Oh, Chubbs, my best friend. He's picked up the Ninja.
He's like, yeah. But then Gustav is finally fed up with all this bullshit, and he kidnaps Pest's girlfriend, the girlfriend's family, girlfriend's best friend, and all of Pest's family.
Yeah, all of them. Everybody who's shown their face in this movie, even less.
Yeah, that's a big encore number.
Basically kidnapped everybody all at once.
And he's like, you get your ass down here right now, or I kill them all. I kill them all. And he's like, could you start with, what was her name?
Malaria.
Can you start with malaria first? Am I not there in the next 10 minutes?
Yeah, what's funny is if you pay attention, he's like, all right, we'll get there right away. And when they hang up, they're both like eating a burger, like they stop for food.
Yeah.
Before they got there.
And then they finally get there, or he's talking to the mom, and it's just like, why the fuck are you doing this? Remember?
Oh yeah, he's talking. Gustav's talking.
Talking
About,
to
Yeah.
right, he's like, well, the Pest is actually
A secret agent.
Secret agent.
highly wanted.
Undercover.
The underworld has put out a bounty for Pest because he's like a high-ranking
Secret Service.
Secret Service agent or something like that.
Yeah.
She's like, see, to his dad,
The
I told you he wasn't bummed. He was like, no, actually,
Piece of shit.
basically he's a piece of shit.
And I would kill him.
We're just gonna kill him.
And the dad's
Yeah,
like, well,
that makes some sense.
that makes no sense.
And then him and Charles finally get there, and they change clothes, of course, to like camo. And they're like, okay, army crawl, taking a bunch of Gustav shit, like the guns, and they're like, okay, shit, we gotta find it because they're doing Black Ops bullshit.
Yeah, they had time to stop for driving and change into matching camouflage outfits.
And he had to be there. Didn't he give him a time frame for like 20 minutes?
Yeah,
Didn't what?
I think they gave him a time frame that he had to be there in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
They stopped for food. They changed clothes.
Yeah.
So then they're crawling around, and then it literally turns into again Bugs Bunny again, where he's luring Gustav away from the crowd with like the "Come and catch me, I'm over here."
No, the part where I thought Looney Tunes is that Gustav is looking for the Pest, and the Pest is behind him.
Like literally right behind him. And after he's like, talking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he's matching him step by step, right behind him. Then he turns with him, like behind him.
Yeah. It's very Looney Tunes.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Like I said, like I swear, half this movie feels like skits that they're shoehorning.
Yeah.
Like it feels like they wrote sections. That were, like I said, like they were basically scenes or sketches or something, or somebody had an idea like, oh, this would be a good comedy, something, to fill in, and then they just kind of figured out how to fit it in, into the movie.
It was awesome. So then, for the movie to finally wrap up, or the part with all the bad guys, I guess, with the Gustav, he sends out. He says, I'll come out if you let everybody go. So out comes this character
In like a bomb suit.
Yeah, he's like, in a welding suit or something like that. Just walks out there, and then Pest comes out from the other side, and it's actually his friend Chubb that's in the suit.
And he has the machine gun pointed at him like, put your weapons down. And they're like, no. They point their guns at him. He's like, okay.
Yeah. So it turns out that when he was on the island, they poisoned him.
With the champagne at the beginning.
Yeah, with the pre-hunt drink. So Gustav is expecting him to die in the next 15 seconds.
It takes 18 hours for it to take effect.
Yeah. So, of course, the Pest is like, well, no, I feel fine. If I wasn't fine, would I do this? And
The
he
big
starts
old dance
dancing
number.
and jumping around and being his usual self.
And
And,
stops. And then
drops dead.
snaps. Oh, but before that, he tells Pest exactly where the money is in the safety deposit box. And I don't give a shit if you know, because
You're dead.
not only that, but as soon as the sun rises, I'll reinstate my German citizenship
And head home.
and go home scot free.
That's right.
Which ain't how it works, but
Movie.
It's
Diplomatic community.
It's up.
Aren't they making another one of that though? Lethal Weapon.
Oh, what? Apparently, they're supposed to make a movie.
Oh, I've been talking about forever.
They've been talking about it forever, and I think Mel Gibson's supposed to direct it. But I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
That's what it would take to happen. He'd have to direct it.
Yeah, Donald Glover's getting too old for this shit.
So
he thinks he's getting away scot free. He goes to the bank. He's like, "Can you please show me to my safety deposit box?"
And of course, it's empty because the Pest has been there and liberated it in another costume, another personality as the German ambassador.
Which I love that the crazy mustache he has and shit. Let's fucking legs.
It certainly looks like it was drawn on. But
He's like, he's not an ambassador and all this shit. And he's like, if I wasn't the ambassador,
could I do this?
yeah,
Or this?
and it's total fucking Bugs Bunny shit.
Mhm.
If I'm not the ambassador, would I have the courage to do this? Slaps him. He's like,
Or this? Slaps him again.
yeah, slaps his
Licks
face.
his face.
Licks his face, and then he gives him a wedge. Then of course, like he changes his clothes. Latin Mambo kicks in. He gets back to the car to start throwing money out the back.
Because there was more than $50,000.
There was way more than $50,000. We get to the car. We start rolling out. Roll credits, and we get Latin Mambo once again.
Voodoo Mama.
Voodoo Mambo. Oh,
It's so great.
it's my Uncle John, and that's
What's going on, guys?
what's going on.
How y'all doing?
Special guest
Yeah.
appearance.
Yeah. So they got all the money, driving away off into the sunset.
Basically, like I said, like yeah, and immediately, it cuts. It's not so. It doesn't cut to dawn for one. It goes right
It does
into
like the title again, and then it goes.
It shows Go Ninja.
the Jeep says "Go Ninja." Yeah,
Which none of us had ever seen before
yeah, no shit. We've been watching this for fucking how long? We just now noticed it.
because it was in HD and stuff like that.
I guess so.
27 years.
Who the hell put this in HD? But we get roll credits, and like we said before, we roll and we get the video from Voodoo Mambo again, which is just the intro song. It's that whole intro section
In the shower.
Played again in the shower.
Now, if you watch it, it is a little different from the first one.
It is.
It shows the faces on the walls again, and it's got more intertwined cuts
From
of the full movie.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. It's again, I'll be humming it.
There's a couple more stinky dinkies.
Yeah.
That's right.
Jesus.
It was awesome.
And that's the movie.
That's the
And that is the Pest. So like I was saying before, like this is the most notes I've taken for a movie. I don't know why. I just went down a rabbit hole.
Not for this movie.
Yeah, for some reason.
Not for your beloved Halloween 3.
What? Halloween 3 is great. It stands on its own 2 feet.
But you didn't take as much notes for that.
I ain't got to. It's good. But there's some other stuff that I wrote down here. Like Mike LaSalle of the San Francisco Chronicle said Leguizamo's performance, quote unquote, obviously someone must have told Leguizamo he's a comic genius. Whoever did that wasn't a good friend.
Damn, shit on this man.
Yeah. Ken Fox, the TV Guide, gave the film 1.5 out of 4 and wrote, even surrounded by unbearable sloppiness, Leguizamo is fascinating to watch. So the dude gave it a bad rating, but still said that Leguizamo is great to watch in that role. So that seems to be like the general consensus of this movie is that people like shit all over it.
Yeah, I'm sure like movie critics
Yeah,
fucking hate
yeah.
the movie.
Of course.
They have no sense of humor.
Of course. And they have no sense of style.
When you become a movie critic, you have to turn in your humor card,
Exactly.
and therefore you must be snobby, wine sipping motherfuckers.
I guess so.
You have to smell the head before you even look at a glass of wine.
Thanks.
Yes. Oh, we love the critic here. But yeah, the movie is nuts. It's a real good snapshot of the 90s. This movie is right up there with like Beavis and Butthead type stuff. If you're
I mean, they're basically doing Beavis and Butthead in the movie.
they were doing Beavis and Butthead in the movie. Yeah, John Leguizamo were doing the voices and stuff. So at that point, Beavis and Butthead had already, made their way into pop culture and shit like that. So man, what'd you think?
Movie was batshit insane, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, just pretty good.
pretty good.
Now you're gonna start judging me on the adjectives I use.
I will say
We're not judging you on the adjectives or how you speak. He's judging you because you only said it's just pretty good. We don't give a shit how you talk.
I recently showed that movie to my 10-year-old daughter,
Oh God.
and I thought she was going to be like preoccupied on her phone, not paying attention. No, she loved it. We have watched it, I don't know how many times this past year because she thinks it's hilarious. Of course, it's in the vein of Pee-wee's
Big Adventure. Oh fuck yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
when he died, I made her sit down and watch that too. And she's got that sense of humor, so it's just totally enjoyable.
That's awesome. See, it's great. Great family fun throughout the generations.
And you know what? I told her we were doing it today, and she was very upset that we were doing it without her. So, sorry.
Oh
Yeah.
have you seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure? No. Throwing that on the list, my friends. That is why we do this podcast.
Just
not
don't hear us being disappointed.
We're not just catching up, man. We're catching up the nation. But what I would say, if we want to try this again for Pee-wee's Big Adventure, let's get Ava on it.
Oh Lord.
We should try and get Ava on. I think she would love it. Yeah, man. So would you recommend it?
Yes.
Yes. It's great. It's just a fucking cartoon.
Just remember, it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
Have fun.
What did we watch last that we said that about?
Toxic Avenger, I think it was.
Yeah, we said about.
No, we said it was a comic book.
Yeah, Toxic Avenger is very much like a teen
Comic
comic
book.
book, in the vein of like those old Dracula sci-fi serials and shit. And then this is very much live action Looney Tunes.
This is like Looney Tunes where they just gave the writers coke.
Yeah,
It's right funny.
it's fun.
Be fun.
It's not something I personally would watch like constantly, but it's fun. It's one of those, if I don't watch it for a good while, I come back, I'm like, oh yeah, this is good shit. I forgot all about this.
The Pest?
Yeah.
Are you crazy? Watch it. At least every other month.
It's what he's saying, just in a different way.
Yeah, see, like you watch this way more than I do. Because honestly, for me, like I go back to Marx Brothers. Like that's my go-to for like slapsticky kind of comedy. Because they did it in such a way, it's just fucking art. It's good shit. So I know Eric recommends it.
Definitely.
I know Andrew recommends it.
Most definitely, yes.
And Nathan, would you recommend? And he's all like, yeah, guys, I got it.
I mean, this guy already taught him how to flip me off.
Hell yeah.
He taught it the baby.
So proud. Fucking.
A tear to my eye.
It was proud Papa today.
So good shit, everybody. Well, I'm glad we were able to get this crazy thing going on, even though we had to take multiple intermissions and wipe the spit off my face.
Multiple intermissions and hours of barbecue.
Oh, I know. That was.
We had a feast today.
We did. I woke up. Well, I got woken up by. We had a group text for today. I woke up. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. And Eric's sending pictures of barbecue, and I'm like, nice. And I went back to bed.
I woke up too. I'm just like, I thought he said, whatever.
I guess I'll get up. Yeah, no, I know it takes forever. So, but yeah, no, I'm glad we were able to pull this off. Eric, Andrew, thank you for joining us for this episode.
Enjoy.
Probably do some more in the future once we're able to. And know what we're gonna do next. We had one in the chamber, but I don't know if we want to do that one or switch it to something else.
I know. I'm for whatever.
Yep.
Because we're at episode
This is 7,
so we still got 2 more to
8, 9, and then we do a celebratory at 10.
Yep.
Which we haven't decided really what we want to do. Like, do we want to do Godzilla? Do we want to do?
Something y'all too really like.
Well,
like
I mean-
Godzilla or RoboCop.
Maybe we should just do RoboCop
for the first celebratory.
for our first celebratory episode.
Yeah, I guess we could do it. But also we have plans for a certain event in 2 weeks.
That's true. Oh shit, you're right. Damn, we got too much shit coming up.
Dude, it's been a busy January for me. Like I got something to do next week.
We're Godzilla Toy Fest at Ingram.
Yeah,
It's on the
he-
27th. If y'all want to join us, Sam.
yeah. He sent me a picture of it. I'm just like, holy shit! At first I thought, yeah, that's probably the one in Chicago. And then I look at it again. I'm like, oh, that's here.
It's at Ingram and it's free to get
That's
in.
here. I'm like,
There's gonna be other vendors and shit there too. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna check it out, see what they got. Why the hell not? So that'll be a lot of fun. So yeah.
so it's like, do we do a Godzilla before?
we may end up having to.
Well, dude,
What?
-1.
We do have -1
We could do that right before the thing.
right before the thing. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, that could be 9, and then the thing could be 10.
It's our fucking podcast. We do what the hell we want. So.
I just say you can schedule it because
I'm saying this shit, but I bet you it's not how it happens. All right.
Multiple celebratory.
I mean, yeah,
10.2.
Just shit, right? It'll be good.
we'll be like fucking Evangelion, just episode 3.2.
Yep.
Oh, God.
We can, yeah, the naming conventions of Evangelion is a world pain in the ass.
New convention is anime in general.
Yeah, true. So until next time, everybody. Who wants to say goodbye first?
Goodbye first.
Attaboy, man. Matt, motherfucker.
Oh, my lord.
I'm tired.
That's a fearless.
Goodbye, everybody.
Avidas, eh?
Love, piece of chicken grease. Catch y'all next time.
What the fuck?